Welcome back to Legendary Mail Games. I'm your host, Joe, and today's episode is all about old Longfellow.
Hey.
So let's go have a little chat with him.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Your thoughts?
Getting too damn old for all this running around.
Your thoughts?
This a good time for a drink?
That was all I had.
Suit yourself.
So we are getting ready to finally take on some of the main missions with Longfellow himself and fill out a large amount of the Far Harbor DLC that we've not seen so far. So as you saw there, we went ahead and turned on the Shipbreaker radio frequency. Basically, that tells us whenever we are close to Shipbreaker. And I'll tell you, this is literally the most ridiculous boss fight I think I've ever experienced in the entire game. I literally don't say this lightly. That Shipbreaker, it's literally a fog crawler variant, and it's a fog crawler variant unlike anything I've seen before. Just look what this does. Now keep in mind, these things have 4,000 damage resistance and 400 energy resistance. So yes, energy weapons are gonna do more, but don't worry, you'll get to see literally every type of weapon in existence used on this thing. Because this is the very definition of throw everything at your arsenal, leave nothing behind. And the biggest thing for us is literally just getting caught on the scenery and try to keep them away from Longfellow as long as possible. I mean, Longfellow is, ironically enough, using the Children of Adam's legendary weapon, which I find absolutely hilarious. Because if you didn't know the backstory there, or the whole thing about Longfellow himself, he absolutely despises the Children of Adam. So whatever you do, don't do anything Children of Adam related when he's your partner, because that is not going to go down well whatsoever. He is basically an old man who's been wanting to pass on his knowledge to someone, and no one's ever really taken the time. You basically become like the son he never had, that he can impart the wisdom to. And what I think is really neat is he is basically a shadow of us. You know, he also lost his wife and kid to the fog and to the Children of Adam, whereas we lost our wife and kid at the beginning of the game. So he's literally a shadow of us, which I find really neat. He actually will sing sea shanties if left to his own devices. And as you can see here, this is not to end well for the Gulper. I mean, this thing is literally untouchable. Literally two-shotted the Gulper. Ugh. As you can see, I want to use the harvester so bad, but let's be honest. Yes, we can stun lock them with the harvester, but even that is not to be easy. So, go back to the old drawing board here as we literally throw everything we're possibly going to need in our inventory, because literally this thing takes no damage whatsoever. Longfellow will bring you back, but you should probably get the heck out of here, otherwise he's just going to keep doing it to you. As you can see there, that is the distraction we need to try and stun lock him. And again, trying to stun lock this thing is meaningless, because all he can do is just quickly whack you back out of it. And of course, you can push him into the water, which is also going to break your ability to stun lock him. So this is not a very viable strategy either, as you can see there. We've still not even done enough damage to him for him to mutate yet. So this is nuts for a fight. Absolutely nuts. Now we can finally use our rapid fire shotgun just to try and do some kind of hits to him. Our nuka grenades can stun him just to let us get some free unprotected shots on him, as you can see there. But my gosh, still can't even get this guy down to half health. And we have hit him with missiles, we've hit him with shotgun blasts, we've hit him with nuka grenades. This thing is ridiculous.
Hey,
and
here.
As you can see there, we are in a world of trouble if we get anywhere near this thing. So, let's keep on with the missiles. We really just need to get him to go ahead and mutate so we can at least be on his actual health bar. And right there it is. So, what a fight. Imagine if you're there running around for your life. Don't worry, we're going to be, because We can't stay like this forever. He literally won't allow it. So let's go ahead and literally just single tap the auto pistol as much as we can. Just try to do any kind of chip damage. I mean, you can see it does literally nothing. It is not even funny. Now, energy weapons supposedly should fare better, and we do have an upgraded energy weapon. It's the one we just got last episode during the Acadia quests for helping Chase. This is basically the Institute laser rifle that is also fiery, and it's rapid fire, so you can actually just hold it down and keep it going. As you can see, I'm just first running out all of our 10mm ammo. And let's also go ahead and do some of it in bats so we can get our critical hit meter up. That way, we can make sure to give him one of these with a critical hit. And just watch how much this is, honest to goodness, not even going to matter as we wait for our AP bar to get high enough to actually fire. I mean, right now he's just chilling out in the water without a care in the world. And there it goes. Boom! Critical hit guarantees it hits, and I'm pretty sure you could barely even see his health bar move. And that's a fat man with a critical hit, with a direct hit. And here come the energy weapons. Just watch all of this nothingness that's going on as he is on the move. He has had it with sitting around. He is coming at us, and again he's getting blocked by a tree. So daggone it, you are the last one I'm gonna have any iota of sympathy for, because we have already been through this multiple times off camera. Literally, this is about my 6th attempt on this guy. Without just literally standing here and cheesing the heck out of him. I mean, he literally can get you in 2 shots, and that's even with the marine combat armor on. That jump attack of his is absolutely ridiculously strong. I mean, like you saw, he 2-shotted the gulper. At this point, we are literally throwing everything in our entire inventory at him to try and whittle him down. It's just that ridiculous. At this point, we need to get Longfellow back in here to try and help on the ground. As you can see, he's finally staggering. He's finally getting frustrated with all this and trying to find a way to get to us. But literally perched on the rock behind the tree, there's no way he can get to us. That is the one major downfall the fog crawlers have. You know, they may be the most defensive things in existence, but they have no ranged attacks. So you can get them stuck on scenery and there isn't much they can do. So let's get him nearly lethal levels right here. And let's go ahead, now that we've got him just about done, let's head back over here, throw us some Molotov cocktail, and let's go ahead, wake Longfellow back up.
Better already.
Just like that, and let's let him get the victory, because this is literally his nightmare that we are helping fix for him. So just like that, he finally took it out, again, with the Children of Adam special, which I think is absolutely hilarious considering how much he hates him. Hey Longfellow, what'd you think of that?
What's the plan?
You can rest easy now that Shipbreaker is dead.
Don't know about resting easy, but it's one less thing to worry about. Funny thing is, happy as I am that she's gone, I think I'm gonna miss her in a way. Walking in the fog will be a bit less interesting now that I don't have to wonder if she might be lurking behind the next rock. Kept me on my toes, she did. For that, I'm grateful, in spite of the sorrow she visited on the island. Here, you may as well have my trusty old harpoon gun. I was saving it for delivering the killing blow to Shipbreaker, but now you should have it.
As you can see, it's literally been causing him nightmares, and we get ourselves a legendary harpoon gun for our trouble. Now, we are literally continuing the path from right where we were, just headed, if you look on the bottom compass there, south. So, a lot of what this episode is going to be is traveling around with Longfellow and discovering a ton of new locations. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to show where the location we are starting at is and where we are actually heading to is. So as you can see, again with the compass on the bottom, we are just heading south and east of where he is, because there is a radio tower up here that we can do something with. So let's literally Skyrim crawl our way up the mountain, which, again, why it works also in Fallout, I have no idea. I've always thought that was funny, that you could still Skyrim hop your way up. As you see, the wolves are here too, so we probably want to do something with them. Otherwise, this could turn ugly, because there's never just one of them. Go ahead, out of here, you. We're back to using the harvester, because daggone it, we have no ammo left, pretty much. And back up we go. And here is going to be the first of our new locations, the ruined radio tower. Now, as you can see on the screen up top, this is where we get one of our notes of the 13 scattered throughout Far Harbor. We already have 3 of them, pretty much all from the nucleus. And let's go ahead. As you can see there, you can cook things if you need to, but let's figure out what in the world actually took place here, because you can see there's a bed that we can sleep in. There's blood stains as something didn't work, and someone literally rigged a radio to the tower. It's like they hot-wired it to the tower, which is hilarious. And I don't know whether you can actually hear it enough with the background or not, but it actually is playing Diamond City Radio. So go ahead, get into our boxes. As you can see here, a lot of good loot, mainly settlement type stuff. We'll throw some things in there we don't need, and there's the note, Radio Man's. So I can't believe I actually managed to get the radio wired into the tower. The guy on the radio was really smooth. Is it that same guy I heard before? Better turn the sound down though. Don't want to attract unwanted attention. Well, considering the blood splatter under your note, I would say you attracted the wrong attention. And I also love that he made an Easter egg there about Travis. You know, is it the same guy? I suppose if you didn't know what was going on in Diamond City and you just randomly heard Travis change so much, you probably wouldn't recognize him as the same DJ either. So, out here is also going to be a even better safe with even more loot, especially silver and a stealth boy. And just like that, this area is good. Now, let's head back to Fringe Cove Docks. This is where we got the nuclear launch key in Dima's quest after we did the memories to make sure that we had control of it. As you can see there, Longfellow liked that. So what did he like? He liked that we just drank alcohol in front of him, but not just any alcohol. It can't be beer or wine. It has to be some form of liquor. So your brandies, your vodkas, your whiskeys, any of that kind of stuff, drink it and he will like it. Now he'll also like if you take out the creatures of the fog, so taking out all these things like the gulpers and the anglers and the trappers, especially the trappers. He likes when you're cleaning that stuff up, when you're helping people, and doing anything possible not to help the children of Adam. So again, if you're doing those quests, make sure he is not with you. As you saw, he wasn't. Now, we are heading, if you see, west of that Fringe Cove docks, because we're going to find quite a few new locations out this way. The first of which we're actually not going to explore yet, and that's Haddock Cove. To come back to this one, just because a lot of these locations that we're going to see today are infested by trappers, so aka the raiders of Far Harbor. And literally the one that ate the synth, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around how that even worked. I mean, at some point you would think they would realize it's a robot, but I don't know. I guess there's enough human potential there that synths can be cannibalized. That one caught me completely off guard when that happened. As you see, we are still heading west, and there's the buoys, meaning we've got trappers up ahead. So, we are west of Fringe Cove, we are west of the Haddock Cove, so continuing as far west as west will get us, and now we're going to be in a new location pretty soon. But as you can see, this house is just a decoy because you immediately get pinned in by trappers. And I also love that they have the car guarded by the whale carcass. As we go ahead and stun lock these two out of existence. Literally, I don't even care anymore. We wasted so much ammo taking out Shipbreaker. I could not care less to bring back the Harvester and just cause absolute chaos in this one. So, get out of here, you. Myra lurks too. I don't care what species you are. You all get it equally. And just like that, we are just about done here. We got a stalking trapper. That probably should have known better. And here is the new location, Rock Point Camp. So we do have a camp halfway underwater out here, which I'm sure we'll get to explore even more detail later. Right now, we're taking out the trappers because old Longfellow loves it. And let's be honest, we do too. We don't need raider cannibals just roaming around in the fog. So all of you, take a hike. Don't need it. Don't want it. Bye. So now that's taken care of, let's keep it moving because you will literally just blow up sitting here for too long, as you can see. Now you notice old Longfellow, he's not really going down at all when he's in fights like this. This is his specialty, his bread and butter. You know, he went down constantly against Shipbreaker because Shipbreaker was literally just that overpowered. I mean, if we had gone toe-to-toe with him, because I did it with the Harvester on different attempts, I could not even stun lock him fully with the Harvester. He would eventually break loose and just smack you. That's silly. So, that thing is just absolutely ridiculous. We are wearing one of the strongest armors in the entire game, the Marine Combat Armor. He still took me out in 2 hits. So that's just the kind of ridiculousness he is. As you can see, it is just beautiful out here if we didn't have the rad storm here. Because you're literally kind of on the edge of the island, which I really like. As you can see, the loot out here is really good. That bottle cap stash was literally 800 caps. So, let's go ahead, grab all the goodies, and keep going. We are literally going to be rich by the end of this one, because so many of these locations have really, really big cap stashes. So, let's go ahead and make sure all of them are out of here. That's you too, as you literally fall in the lobster net. I mean, that's fitting. We still aren't wearing that stupid lobster hat, I'm sorry. You can't make me do it. Even if you wanted to. And I can't tell if that's a shipmast or if that's just a whole bunch of electrical poles just strung together. But either way, let's go ahead and continue on up the road. So as you can see, we are heading north of where we just were. Again, always keep an eye on the compass down on the bottom, because again, we are exploring all the nearby areas. So just going north of that camp, we get to Rayburn Point. And this one, I actually did take a loss to, because you have a legendary that's sniping far from base, so be careful. So, quickly take these guys out as quick as we can. Try and get as many enemies hung up here in the middle as possible. Old Longfellow does a pretty good job of getting everyone trapped down at the bottom. But down at the what do you call it, the storage shed down there, there's a legendary trapper that literally is sniping us with a sniper rifle. So that thing is just ridiculous. We need to keep out of his line of sight as much as possible. Just get the ammo, just get the stim packs, and keep the health up, because you can see the bullets whizzing by us even now. So, take out the corner snipers. You two can go. Literally just using you as a meat shield while we get to the other one who's already been disarmed. Again, best part of the Harvester. Not only does it stun lock them, but it disarms them as well. So it literally can tip any kind of human-based opponent in your favor. especially super mutants. And just like that, we've got cap stashes. We can sleep here if you didn't have enemies breathing down your neck. And we've got a really good cash supply here of ammo, mainly because look at that, 7 missiles. Pre-war money, really good loot here. And let's go ahead, we need to deal with the ones at the bottom that have been sniping us because they are just a menace. I have fallen to these guys too many times, as you can see there. Even just trying to get into a shed is literally taking your life in your own hands. Again, this is with the strongest armor, and it's still doing a ton of damage. So let's quickly get him not in the water, because that would be really bad for us. And again, luckily we were able to disarm him. Now it's over. Longfellow's to help us with that, right? And there he mutated, doesn't even matter. There we go. Yep, Longfellow with the double team. Out of here. Easily, old Longfellow has become one of my favorite companions literally overnight. I mean, he literally sings sea shanties if you leave him to his own devices. All he wants to do is just drink some whiskey, go on a good hunt. And now we head over to Eagle's Cove Tannery. This is where we got the power tools for the Mariner back at Far Harbor. So, as you can see, just look at our compass down there. We are heading north of Eagle's Cove Tannery, and we are getting ourselves to another new location. And this location I really think is neat. I really wish we could do more stuff here at this one, but I absolutely love the fact that this thing exists. So let's get a little closer. This is the Oceanarium. It is literally an oceanic museum. Look, it literally had a giant whale suspended from the ceiling, just like they do in the Science Center. So it's literally a science center for marine life, which I think is absolutely amazing. I wish they would let you do more stuff here. I mean, there is some good loot here, but that's really about it. There's not many enemies, so that's good for us. But as you can see, this place would have been really cool, because the whale, because the building got destroyed, it's falling down. You got like barnacles and stuff there. There's a harpoon. There's one of the Far Harbor ships. It's actually the one we sail in on. As you can see, the cables on the back of it holding it up. Really, really cool. And then there's the size comparison with the mannequin. You've got the lobster traps and barrels and everything on display. Really, really cool area. It's even got its own backup power back here. As you see, the Oceanarium continues to go this way. It's in multiple buildings here. That's just the one housing the whale. This is the one that's unfortunately got the legendary on us, but we've already disarmed them, so it's over. And as you can see, this one's got all the display cases of cool stuff. And I love the lobster wallpaper back there. I mean, nothing says Bahaba and Maine, just like the Maine lobster, so let's go ahead. We don't have the weight capacity to take that. It's literally just an armor piece. As you can see, most of this stuff is gone. There's a fishing rod, some duct tape, and there's some goodies that we can use for the road, like stim pack. That one completely fell out, whatever it was. And very sneakily hidden down here is literally a stack of duct tape and rat poison. You know, for settlement reasons. And old Longfellow, love him. He understands the junk collecting. So, let's continue on our way even further north. Now, this place is a mess. It has one of the strongest enemies of the trapper variety. This is the ruthless trapper. As you can see, we've got the red skull, so aka don't mess with him. But Harvester doesn't care, and we've literally got him stuck on the crate, so he can just sit there and chill for a while as we get our bearings straight here. So, looking at the compass down the bottom, we are north of the Oceanarium, continuing our path up the island here, and literally these guys are just helpless against the Harvester, and I think that's absolutely absolutely hilarious. I can only imagine how tough this guy would have been normally, because even the harvester is barely doing damage, and as you can see, he can combo his way out of here. Also, this building is completely surrounded by landmines and traps. So they really did not want you coming here. As he falls down the hole, we don't care right now. We're just going to get the goodies. And just look at all this stuff. My gosh, they weren't kidding. And even a cap stash of 800 again. Fusion cells and mentats, radaway, all the good stuff. And let's go ahead and finish up whatever this guy is down here. As you can see, even more weapon optimization stuff, and old Longfellow literally took him out for us, so no worries there, as you can see on the map briefly where we are. So, continuing on our way, ignoring all those mines that somehow old Longfellow keeps falling for, we finally make our way to the actual house, which I think you can use as a makeshift base here. It literally has all the makings of a base, and it even has good amounts of health here, but that's not where we're staying.
Shamblers seem to like that big screen. God knows why.
As you can see, some of the locations he does comment on, because again, this is his home, as we're back in the Eden Meadows Cinemas. So you remember, this is where we had the ghouls that we kept messing with by turning on and off the projectors. Absolutely love that. And we had the funny narrator, which you can still listen to anytime you want to. It's literally just radio frequency. But as you can tell, we are heading west of the cinemas. And we are going to find some bizarre things along the way, like gnomes fishing. Don't worry, all that stuff's still sprinkled in all throughout the islands. As we continue going this way, we are going to find ourselves a new area again. Now, we do have a random house here that is not part of anything, but it does have some goodies as far as crafting materials go. As you can see, old Longfellow, he just keeps finding things to fight. I swear to goodness, fight should just be his middle name. I mean, after all, he does sing the sea shanties. I mean, he's about as Irish as they come. We probably should just expect he likes to brawl, so he will literally find something to get into. But as you've seen, he has not been defeated one time since we left Shipbreaker. So, what in the world did all this lead us to? This is Briney's Bait and Tackle, and this has something unbelievable in it. We're not going to see it initially. We're actually going to see it on the return trip. Now, what do I mean about the second time around? That's because we are going to get blindsided by a few trappers from the road up ahead. As you can see, we've got Nuka-Cola Quantum. We've even got the Mr. Handy Fuel, which we can use for resources. But there's actually going to be a brand new enemy here that caught me completely off guard when I saw it. Again, Longfellow always looking for a fight. He found it first. He ran right into it. And gotta give him full credit. So, let's go ahead, take out the trappers that were literally attacking us from the roadway up here. As we go ahead, get the grim ones out of here, which definitely, as you can see, have a lot more health. They take a lot longer to take down. So, at least you don't have the stupid lobster trap on your head. I can give you a pass for that. So, let's go ahead, get them out of here. And as you can see, apparently one of our settlements absolutely hates us, which I didn't even know that was a thing. We were getting warned there that we could end up losing the settlement. I don't know if that's something that happened from the update, or if that's really something that's always existed in the game, but don't think I've ever seen a message like that before, considering I usually play as the Minutemen, especially for the endings. So, now that that's taken care of, let's head around here back to Briney's Bait and Tackle. We're literally not getting far away from here because we've got a brand new enemy that I didn't even know was a thing in the game, and this thing definitely is quite terrifying, mainly because of how flipping armored this thing is. I can't tell if it's just the fact that it's extremely armored or just has a ton of HP, but look at it. We've literally got ourselves a giant hermit crab. I literally had to quick save because I didn't know what the heck we were getting ourselves into here. I mean, it's literally got itself a van on its butt. I mean, how perfect is this, considering the hermit crab culture up there in Maine? I mean, jeez. Definitely was not expecting anything like this. And as you can see, the harvester actually does a pretty good job of stun locking it, but it has a way out with the hatchlings. So just like the Mirelurk Queen, this thing is able to create hermit crab hatchlings just to mess you up and to break any attempts to stun lock it, which is perfect. But as you can see, it actually spits them out as eggs. As you see, it can also withdraw back into its truck just to make itself even more indestructible. As you see, its ground pound there can literally stun us, doing a reversal there. So we quickly get the hatchlings out of here before we melt to death from this thing. And let's go ahead, take him out, and try and get our wits about us. Quickly getting our health back up. As you can see, we're taking immense radiation damage from these things even. As we get everything back out in the open here. We'd like to try and stun lock it if we can, but it is able to break it. Both it and its hatchlings, as you can see there, literally smacked us away. So, let's keep on the pressure. Let's use our auto shotgun the best we can, and see how it does with regular bullets, and they seem to be pretty effective. There's the eggs that's spawning the babies. So, unlike the Mirelurk Queen, where they just kind of pop out around her, this one actually does throw eggs at you. So let's get him out, and I almost feel bad for doing it. I mean, it's almost too adorable, but we definitely don't need that thing following us down anymore. As you see, it actually does give really good loot. I mean, it has bottle caps, it has ammo, hermit crab meat, which you can cook, military-grade duct tape even. I mean, oddly enough, these things give a ton of good loot. And just like that, that is Briney's bait and tackle. Really, really cool area. If you head back west of here, we'll actually get to one of our familiar locations, which will be a good point for this one. Now, ultimately what I'm doing here is I'm getting Old Longfellow finished before I go any further with Dima. So we're basically doing our exploring around the Commonwealth, because again, all you have to do to get his affinity up is drink hard alcohol, so whiskey, vodka, any of that stuff in his presence. Again, there's a lockout timer for that, so you can't just spam them. But drink them in his presence. Take out trappers especially, any of the creatures like we've been doing, the gulpers, the fog crawlers, all that stuff. Take out the creatures of the fog, help people, and whatever you do, do not do anything positive toward the children of Adam. He will despise you for that stuff. So, we are literally heading just south of where we were, just to give you an idea of where we're going to for the next episode. This place looks ominously familiar, doesn't it? As we are back to Adam's Spring, and if we keep heading this way off to the east, you're going to see another very familiar location, as well as a great divide between us and the next big section that we're going to get into in the next one. As you can see, we are in this toxic swamp over here by the nucleus, and this area is literally going to be leading us onto an entirely different island to explore. As you can see, a really good point of interest to gauge where we're at is going to be this giant tower rock right here. And you can see on the compass down below where the east is, the nucleus is right here. So, I'm surprised Longfellow doesn't just go on a rampage after the children of Adam right there, considering we're right at their base. But if we ignore their base and we continue going this way, just look. The island is literally across from us, and that's where we will head to next time. So if you've not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist, like, share, comment, subscribe. Some more Can See videos. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.